The first exercise that you might do when you walk into the facility, you're about to do your shoulder workout, what is it?
Reverse pec deck for rear delts.
Okay.
When you're sitting in the machine and you have the bars in front of you, you pull back
Okay.
and squeeze for the pec for the rear delts.
All right. Not a bad exercise. You put your chest up against the pad. That gives you an external sense of stability, so you're a little more stable. You get more force from the prime mover, which is good as long as it's lined up properly. So are you standing? Are you leaning into it? What's going on?
I have the seat adjusted so that when I'm facing in,
You're sitting on the seat.
I'm sitting on the seat, my chest and my torso against the pad in front of me.
Okay.
And then I have the handles so that I'm at parallel to the floor, basically.
Okay.
Like this. And then I come out.
Okay, it's a nice move. The only thing I'm concerned about is that when you pull, a lot of people will go really heavy. You've seen it. They
Yes.
get really heavy. They pull their chest off the pad.
Yes.
Okay, or they get down into it and they pull this way. I just want to make sure when you're doing that you see water run down your arms. So in other words, you're here.
So slightly lower.
Yeah, so you're not elevating.
Okay.
I tell you what we're going to do. We're going to mimic that exact exercise with cables. I want you to see if you notice a difference. Because what we're going to do is, what we're going to accomplish is we're not going to be so restricted. Okay, so you're at a mechanical disadvantage when it comes to the joint and how it wants to articulate and move versus being in a mechanical advantage by being free motion. You're going to get more stimulus here than you would in that machine-based movement. So I'm going to show you what I mean by that. And you could do this seated depending on the environment or standing. So you don't have to go crazy with the cables. You don't have to put them out so much.
Okay.
I'm going to give you a reasonably lightweight, just so you can feel it. You let me know how it feels. I'm going to demonstrate one.
You got it.
When you set this up, the pulleys are in line with the side of your body, elbows.
Okay.
I'm going to cross the cables. Okay. My hands are going to be in an inverted V. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, here's the starting position. My base of support, that platform. Okay, you could also go at a staggered stance. I prefer a squat stance. Okay, I'm not going to come all the way in. Right about here. I'm going to keep that resistance because once I let it in, I'm loaded through the joint, and opposition is pulling me this way and this way. So I want to stay open and keep that emphasis or that stimulus in the posterior aspect of my shoulder girdle. Okay, so I'm going to draw back, hold, come forward. Pause. Draw back. Hold. Come forward. Draw back. Okay? This is what you see in the gyms, correct?
Unfortunately, yes.
Okay? Also, you're going to see this, which to me makes absolutely no sense. Okay? See tons of this. You're also, you and I were at the fitness center yesterday and I saw a gentleman doing this. Elbow extension, tricep.
I see that one also.
Okay? So what we're going to do is we're going to think about this. Do a fly for me. Okay? Medial arc curve. Okay? Horizontal shoulder adduction. Horizontal shoulder extension. It's the same thing as a fly in reverse. That's all it is. I'll hand you one in each hand. You're going to open, hold. Just hold that position first. Okay, that's your starting position. Draw back and hold for me. Hold the position. Just going to give you a little bit of an inverted V. It has to do with some of the fibers, the direction they run, and their attachments. Hold that. Everything looks good. Water's run down the arm. Come in slowly. Pull back and hold. Good. Keep it going. Pull back and hold. Excellent. Slow. Breathe in. Pause. Slowly out. Don't jerk it. Eliminate all momentum. Muscle force. What's your goal when you train, man?
Right now I'm working on
But what's your goal? Is it muscle hypertrophy? Is it just general conditioning? What are we trying to do? Trying to build a little muscle? What's going on?
I'm trying to lean out right now.
Trying to lean out right now. So you want to maintain as much muscle as you can. So you're on a diet, caloric restriction. You're in a caloric deficit right now?
No. No.
Okay. Just you're relying on your activity.
Correct.
Hold that position, relax. I got it. So, what did that feel like versus the machine? I'm just curious. You get that whole kinetic chain now versus that external sense of stability.
I felt like I was getting more results with less weight. I felt like I had to use more. I felt like the muscles were being forced to stabilize more and really engaged, more so than when I'm in that fixed position and just pulling out.
Okay.
You know, almost like if I'm in a bicep curling machine.
Right.
I don't like those too much. I'm just sitting here forced to do that, whereas if I have a dumbbell, I can really move it, and I feel the fibers having to stabilize, having to really hold it up, and then get that pump, get the blood rushing there. That's what I felt with this.
Right. You're going to have more muscles firing, have more force analysis, less torque, okay, better mechanical advantage, more force production by doing it this way rather than being in the machine. The machine, as soon as you connect to those hand grips, whether you put your palms down or semi-pronated, as soon as you connect, there's a predictable outcome. Okay, most mobile joint in the body. Okay, versus the ball and socket of the hip, which is like a softball in a saucer, which has a lot of contact, a lot of congruency, strength. Up here is like a golf ball sitting on a golf tee. There's not much bony contact, so you got to be very careful of the shoulder joint. So because of that, you don't really want to dictate it through a specific range of motion. You have the ability now to have everything fire maximally and go through the proper range and build those proprioceptive type muscles and build that intrinsic strength that you need to build while doing an exercise. So you're getting the best of both worlds, the whole kinetic chain. So I want to show you something really cool about this exercise you're going to love. Okay, now you're going to be the only guy in the gym doing this. And they're going to look like you're nuts because you're going to be standing way out here. Everyone's going to try to get by in the hallway. So you're here and you're going to do a rep. This is the hardest position. I'm furthest away from the machine and there's more of a pull on the humerus. So I have to resist that pull and be in opposition. I'm going to step forward probably 6 inches, do another set. I'm going to hold that position, step forward, do another set, hold that position, step forward. Now, here's what happens. When I get closer to the machine, here's the example. I'm loaded through the joint right now. This is a rest. There's nothing going on. Load's going this way and this way. As I start coming away, I'm getting a pull. That is what I'm looking for, that tension and that time allotment. So I could just actually hold this, go through these different ranges. Here's my volume, 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. There's a 10 right there. So I could go midway, work at my 5. If I'm feeling a little stronger, I could move around the facility as I burn out to get to my rest. No one says you have to stay stationary. You can just do it slowly. Do a rep, walk back. Do a rep, walk back. It's getting tough, walk forward. The closer you get, the load and the resistance changes. You go into that rest pattern.
Sounds good. Give it a shot.
This is your lightest. Hold, walk back. Do 1 rep. Stay right there. Just walk back a couple inches. A couple inches makes a huge difference. A couple inches. That's good. 1 rep. Couple inches. 1 rep. Give me a couple reps right here. That's almost your 10. Hold. Walk in a couple inches. Rep. Hold that position. Couple inches. Rep. Hold that position. Stand a little taller for me. Good. That's better. Give me a couple reps in that position. Good. Breathe, breathe. Walk it in, walk it in. Right there. Give me a rep. Walk it in. Give me a rep. 1 more rep in this position. Hold it out there, walk it all the way in. Hold it out there, extend it out, walk it all the way in. There is your rest. You see what's happening? Go all the way in, all the way in.
Easier and easier.
See what's happening? Okay, relax. Good.